frame. Solid through solid. But wait a minute. It isn't made of steel. It's soft, flexible rubber. Take a closer look. Isn't it simply bending back upon itself? Actually, the words you've just heard help guide your mind to see it one way or the other. But the fact is, it isn't doing either. It's revolving with the frame. What you see depends a great deal upon what you were told. What does this mean to an Oldsmobile salesman? Well, by putting the right words to work, you can whet the buyer's appetite through the power of suggestion. How can a salesman put this power of suggestion to work for him? Well, let's look at a couple of examples. First, we'll need a sales room, something to sell, and someone to sell. Now, no two buyers are looking for the same things when they look at a car. But a salesman can help them see the things they are looking for by what he says and does. First, though, he must find out what it is they want in a car.
Well, I've been thinking about one of those F-85 Cutlass Coupes.
Or, maybe a convertible, dear?
Two buyers, each with a different model in mind. For him, Oldsmobile's spirited 1962 Cutlass Coupe. For her, one of Oldsmobile's brilliant new F-85 convertibles, embodying rakish contours, gleaming glamour, breathtaking luxury. From any angle, from every angle, it's either the F-85 sports convertible for her, or, if she can bring friend husband in line, the fashion-favored queen of the series.
Well, folks, we have a Cutlass convertible here, so why don't we look it over first and then take one out for a little ride? Then we can discuss specific models later. The first impression of the new Cutlass convertible is hard to put into words.
But he's going to put it in words. Word pictures that help the buyers see that this glamorous new F-85 model is tailor-made to their individual needs, wants, and desires. For Mr. Noland, it's action, go, sportiness.
They built the Cutlass for action, and it certainly looks the part. Got that look of go, hasn't it? Looks like it's just waiting to get out on the road and roll. It's a car with a sports personality.
Mr. Noland's image of action is Mrs. Noland's image of beauty.
Crisp lines, a clean, uncluttered look, Mrs. Noland, the kind of styling that stays fresh for years, and a full range of magic mirror colors to choose from. Gleaming colors that keep their new car luster. Gleaming colors to enhance your own wardrobe.
I don't know whether to pick a color that goes with my present clothes or to buy a whole new wardrobe to go with the car.
Isn't there such a thing as a neutral color?
Well, time for Fred to step in and show them. Features that appeal to both of them. The distinctive new front-end treatment, for instance. The Cutlass name displaying proud Cutlass individuality. The Oldsmobile identification reflecting traditional Oldsmobile quality. The new grille and the headlights set into a wide oval. And the chrome blade down the center of the hood, a styling touch distinctive to the Cutlass. But there are other features with special appeal to each of them.
Like to see what makes her go? Smooth V8 action in every F-85 at no extra cost. And in this baby, the Cutlass 185 ultra-high compression V8 engine, 185 horsepower, all aluminum, a real performer.
Aluminum, huh?
Yes. You see, less weight means more performance per pound. Real get up and go.
Fred sells features with broader appeal as he walks to the rear. He points out the new chrome molding, accenting the length of the car. The special Cutlass applique panel, accenting the width. And again, the Oldsmobile name. But he also draws attention to distinctive F85 features, such as the twin lens tail lamps on each side that double the visibility. He explains how the tail lamps are protected and the backup lights recess below the bumper. But he doesn't forget features with individual appeal.
You'll like this, Mrs. Nolan. Real vacation-size luggage space. No need to travel light.
The interiors speak for themselves, but Fred knows he can enhance the picture.
If it's fun size on the outside, it's family size on the inside. Do you have any children?
2, a boy and a girl.
Well, you've room enough to spare. And those interiors are designed to take it. Long-wearing, all Moroccan upholstery with that custom-tailored look.
Now it's time for Fred to put them literally in the picture. Among the features he covers are the bucket seats, standard on Cutlass models. Contoured support, just the right seating angle. More than 2 inches of foam padding. Set off with gleaming chrome.
That optional console adds to the sports car appeal of the Cutlass.
Now, Fred points out the safety of the recessed steering wheel and the unobstructed view of the instruments, clustered in the new housing for easy reading. The all-chrome controls, the full safety padding, the new slim design sun visors, stylish and providing plenty of clearance. The power-operated top, standard on the Cutlass convertible. He doesn't overlook any bets that might add to his quality and convenience story. But he also knows that
you've got to take the Cutlass out on the road to really know what it can do. So, why don't we take that ride?
So word pictures give way to the real thing. As Fred reviews important features and continues to build his sales story, he touches again upon the owner benefits of the Cutlass 185 ultra-high compression V8 engine, sizzling performance, and the advantages of lightweight aluminum. Less weight on the front wheels means a new experience in handling ease. Sparkling performance, plus the smooth new feel of the 1962 4S Hydromatic, the performance transmission. Going up, positive power. Going down, positive engine braking effect through 4S Hydromatic gearing. Then Fred asks Mr. Nolan to bring the F-85 to a stop.
You sure have good brakes on this car.
Yes, with the F-85, you don't need power brakes. Now notice the quick pickup. Also smooth.
Yes, smooth, because of accelerotor action on 4S Hydromatic. And because the new pressure-compensated gear transitions provide maximum smoothness through all speed ranges. Takes everything in stride and gives the luxury ride you'd expect from Oldsmobile. Tops in its class last year, even better this year as the result of front suspension refinements. It likes the road, has remarkable balance front and rear. Easy to drive, easy to park. Handles like a sports car, rides like the big cars. Not too big, not too small, just right.
It's quite a car, but I tell you, I can't seem to get that Cutlass Coupe out of my mind.
Well, you'd better, dear, because I can't get this Cutlass convertible out of mine.
I guess you know which model this couple finally saw eye to eye on. Now let's take another example. Say a 1962 Super 88 Holiday Coupe.
It's graceful, isn't it?
Well, that describes the Super 88 Holiday Coupe, Mrs. Carter. Sleek lines, aren't they? For 1962, Oldsmobile has longer, lower luxury look. Notice the two distinct styling creases toward the rear of the roof. That's a new approach for the holidays. A steel roofline with all the flair of a convertible top.
It's very smart.
Kind of like a diamond. You see new facets from every angle. Look at the front, for instance. Grille and headlights are neatly housed in a wide oval. And see how the rugged bumper and sculptured fenders add to the effect. Out ahead in style and out ahead in action. Let's take a peek at the 1962 ultra-high compression skyrocket engine. Outperforms the best of them. As if the famous Oldsmobile engine wasn't already good enough, they've found ways to make it even better. An improved combustion chamber gives greater efficiency and even more usable power. Larger bearing surfaces give greater durability. A new improved camshaft, too. All this adds to the Skyrocket's fame, precision, performance.
I bet you pay for that performance at the gas station.
Well, Mr. Carter, Oldsmobile gives you performance with economy. You're looking at an ultra-high compression power plant that gets the most from today's premium fuels. Squeezes extra power out of every gallon. Gives you even more miles to the gallon than last year. And there are more savings. Take maintenance, for instance. This year, you don't have to oil the generator or the distributor.
Oh?
But that's only part of the story. Oldsmobile engineers have made a real breakthrough. Factory-sealed chassis lubrication.
You mean I won't have to get any more grease jobs?
Fred explains that the 1962 Oldsmobile won't require any further chassis lubrication under normal conditions. Now, Fred plays to Mrs. Carter's interest in sleek, functional styling. The new rear fender design, providing guide points for easier parking. The tasteful Oldsmobile lettering. The distinctive sculpturing. The oval tail lamp lenses, graceful and easy to see. The massive fashion-flared bumper. Then, Fred picks up another aspect of what Mrs. Carter wants in a car.
Roomy, isn't it? I wonder how my new luggage will look in there.
You know, with Oldsmobile's deep well trunk, your suitcases can stand up. So you can pull one out without having to unload the others. And notice the lining, attractive and protective.
Darned if I don't think I can get my outboard motor in there.
Along with a few other things. And it's tightly sealed to keep moisture and dust out.
Next, Fred picks up more of Mr. Carter's interests.
Now let's look inside.
You know, I like lots of room when I drive a car.
When they designed this car, they started on the inside. They made sure that the driver and his passengers would sit in a completely natural position, have the best possible support, and plenty of leg, hip, shoulder, and headroom. Then they designed the car around that. In an Oldsmobile, you can really relax, sit back, and enjoy driving. No compromise on comfort. Try it out for yourself.
Well, I think I'll try the back seat. That's where I usually wind up with the girls anyhow.
Looks comfortable.
It is. Foam padding front and rear. Just run your hand over that upholstery, Mrs. Carter. Mr. Carter, there's even more room under the wheel this year. And look at the two-tone instrument panel. The darker color is non-glare. Non-glare instruments you can read at a glance. The radio is fully transistorized, instant warm-up, low battery drain, greater dependability and lower maintenance. Because there is no vibrator, there's virtually no hum. And the speaker is on top of the instrument panel, using the windshield as a sounding board. On the passenger side, each series bears its own distinctive identification.
Fred continues his feature presentation, always leading toward the goal of a demonstration ride. Once on the road, that famous ride is a natural for Fred to build a sales story that only Oldsmobile can offer. He points out the solid big car ride, the quietness of quality. As Fred puts it, Oldsmobile has an unbroken sound barrier. Larger, softer body mountings are scientifically positioned to tune out road noise and vibration. There's generous insulation at many points, a new quieter exhaust system. Fred points out that noise brings on driving fatigue. On long trips, a quiet ride brings you to your destination looking and feeling fresh. He calls attention to the ideal combination of stability and smoothness afforded by Oldsmobile's suspension and the sturdy 1962 guard beam frame. He lets them experience that road-hugging, wide-stance chassis for themselves. He draws attention to the skyrocket engine, which seems to be hardly turning over, yet has plenty of reserve power when you want it. He points out the powerful benefits of the 1962 4S Hydromatic. Smooth shifting, silent operation, super performance, solid feel. Oldsmobile's famous power team gives split-second obedience to every command. Whether it's moving ahead in traffic, loafing along on country roads, or stepping out on the open highway. Performance with economy. Fred seizes every opportunity to bring out those extra Oldsmobile values. For instance,
Like those power brakes?
I certainly do.
This year, they're self-adjusting. Greater safety and economy.
yes, Fred points out those extra buyer benefits that come from owning an Olds, particularly when the benefit has specific appeal to the buyer. For instance, Mrs. Carter, seated in the back, will welcome the fact that she has no visibility problems because all the windows are placed in the normal viewing zone of passengers and driver, rear seat or front seat. Nothing to block their view in any direction. Yes, Fred proves that Oldsmobile is just what both have been looking for. That quality is just another word for Oldsmobile. That there's something extra about owning an Olds.
Say, there's another 62 Olds up ahead.
That's the 98 Sport Sedan, a trendsetter in style, a pace setter in performance. And that's the Starfire.
It's a beautiful car.
Looks like it can go, too.
It can. The Starfire puts a new accent on action.
Matchless luxury, incomparable beauty, lean muscled, poised. The Starfire is bred for action.
It's also available as a convertible.
But whichever model the Carters choose, as Fred puts it,
One thing for sure, when you buy an Oldsmobile, you've got the best car on the road.
well, I hope that makes the point. In every series, Oldsmobile offers the buyer something extra, something different, something unique, and something for everybody. So put them in the picture, and you put them in an Olds through the power of suggestion.